What's up, everybody? We done got a crowd in here already. Good deal. Everybody enjoy our new intro and our new logo from Homestead. How about that? Thanks to Miss Felix for getting that took care of. Happy Place Camping took care of that. I thought it was pretty cool. And so I put it together as our new intro. So you might be seeing that little logo more in the weeks and months to come. You just never know. So I liked it. I thought it was awesome. And it was a great way to change everything up. And I thought he done an awesome job. And the good thing about it is he made me taller than I really am. So
it's funny you say that, because when I told him last night, because he didn't actually get to hear the shout out to him because he had to leave and go to work, and I had emailed him back and told him that, we liked it and blah, blah, blah. And I told him the only thing was that Jerry Hawley was complaining because he wasn't tall enough in the picture. And Jim emailed me back and he said that is so funny that I said that Jerry had said that, because he almost made him taller in the picture. But then he decided to keep him kind of, I guess, all, around the same height. But I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, Jerry is probably over a foot taller than I am.
Right.
At the very least. I'm 5'3". Jerry's probably 6 foot or better.
Yeah, that would have thrown the whole picture off. Jerry's just going to have to get over it.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, good deal. So, we've got a few in here already. Let's see. Thrifty Angela Undercover is in the house. Emily Gross. I don't know. Something like that. Mary Jones, Uncle Lisa Productions, Nettie. Britton Farm Homestead is not only in the house, but they are in the house. And Justice for DJ. Let's see. Going down. Happy Place Camping. Nursing Our Travel Bug. Camping Therapy. Let's see. His Way Homestead, Chasing America, Artist on the Road, Shanna Kraft, Diana Brianna Fairchild. Thanks for sharing this out. Maybe I got everybody. Let's see here. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you in here. Got too many things going on at once. Glad to have everybody in here, and we are in for a good show. I am sure. We got an awesome bunch here close to where I live with us, and we're going to get to know them a little bit better. But first, let me do a little housekeeping. Tomorrow, I will be off the air. I won't be on. Got a dentist appointment. But Kenneth Oaks is going to be running live in our time slot. So check out Kenneth Oaks, Ford Man, a.k.a. Kenneth Oaks. So Friday, I'll be back. We'll have Bone Daddy 2. Monday, we'll have Caravanning with the Westies. Tuesday morning, we'll have Roy and Becky's Travels with us. Tuesday night, we'll have Mr. S Travel Quest. And then Wednesday morning, we'll have Ava Potterfield. So that'll be pretty good. That's the next few days coming up. And I run in from running my school bus route, grabbed a bottle of water and a Pop-Tart. So I have just eaten breakfast right here at the laptop. Got another big announcement to make, and y'all will see it in the chat. It'll be on our chat on a regular basis. We got our very first VIP Patreon member, and we want to thank K&R Destinations for that. If you want to be a Patreon member and see what it means to be a VIP, we got different levels. VIP is next to the very top level. It's the first one we've ever had. And so there's different levels. It starts out, I think, at $3 a month and goes up. It just makes you a bigger part of our show. it don't give you a whole lot more perks. You do get your name shouted out in the chat and stuff, but go over there and check that out if you're interested. It just helped me and Tammy when I go to buy equipment and uh, things like that, and it helps us like right now when we're not getting to work. So that's Patreon. Just there's a link in the description. So if you want to do that, click the link in the description. It'll tell you all about it. And you don't have to do that. I'm just saying if you want to do that. So that is how you get some of those perks of getting your name shouted out all the time. And you get to be, depending on what level you do, part of your membership goes to Dirt Road Missions, which we help. We do mission work with that locally and around the globe. And so you'll get to be a part of that as part of your membership. And it breaks all that down when you're looking at the membership. So I don't say a lot about that here, but you guys all know that we have that. And so that's part of the plan. I'll probably figure out a way. We mention it in the chat with the bots. So that's about the only way we mention it anymore. So, but you'll hear me mention K&R. Part of the VIP package is you get a lot of channel shout outs. So, and you'll see them announced on our videos. So, it's just like a sponsor. They're good to our channel. And so in return, we give them something back. So, all right. So anyway, and we try to help everybody. So, y'all know that. So this is just a little bit more. Let me see. What else do I need to say? Another thing, if you do live streams, this is something that's happened before, but it happened to Brianna Fairchild a couple of days ago. Don't bring anybody up on your live screen unless you see them or know them, or you could get burnt really bad. And so, just a little warning to throw out there. Also, you're going to see a thank you to Bob's Adventure. He changed his channel name. I don't know exactly, but the new channel name is in the chat. But I want to thank him. He sponsors our Epidemic Music. So we have other sponsors. They're being mentioned. These are just some new ones you're going to see in the chat. And so Over the Hill RV and K9 and Mel and Nettie, y'all going to see a lot of that mentioned because they support us behind the scenes a lot of time, not necessarily with money, but with stuff that we get from them and money. And so we want to thank them because they help keep us going. So we love and appreciate all of y'all, but we just mention them sometimes a little bit more because they go a little bit more with the show. So, all right.
So basically, you're saying thank you for the pork skins.
Pork skins and the real nice comfortable chair and the nice cap and the shirts and the StreamYard. Oh, by the way, we're able to have guests up here and we're able to do a show 6 live streams a week because of Silver State K9 and Over the Hill RV. They pay for our StreamYard service. So that's a pretty pricey investment. That alone is $240 a year. And so that's why you guys see us shouting those out in the chat a lot. They put a lot of money into the show, and they help us keep it going. So what else do I get? Oh, microphones paid for. So we get a lot of stuff paid for that y'all don't see in Super Chats. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, we always try to make sure we thank everybody. We're always open and honest about what we get. Sometimes we get people that support us that don't want their name thrown out, and y'all don't know that. But other than that, like we might say, this bottle of water was paid for by somebody that don't want to be known. So, but typically, if somebody gives us something and they want it to be quiet, we usually don't even mention what we got. So. But anyway, we try to be open and upfront as much as the donors will let us be. So, so there you go with that. So I've done had 2 cups of Death Wish this morning, and I didn't think y'all could handle me with 3 cups of Death Wish, so I went with a bottle of water. So I've been on my bus this morning, and it went smooth as silk. So, and my wife has left me for the night. She's going to Madison to be with our daughter for the night, and she's working as well. She's stocking up some of our stores that we have, our vinyl and the mask that Tammy makes. So she's going to be going to 4 different locations and then spending the night with our daughter in Madison. And our son is on a 12-hour work shift. So it's me and the 2 boys. And when I say the 2 boys, y'all know that that's Groot and Bentley. And they're probably in there destroying the house as we speak. And I'll have to work an hour cleaning all that mess up when the show's off. But anyway, that's the life of having little brother puppies. So, but we love them. I only want to throw them out of the house about 5 times a day, and that's not too bad. So, getting to our guest today. How many we got in here? 19 people in the house, and we got Britton Farm Homestead, not family. I bet I've said that a dozen times. I don't know where I got that at, but I need to change it on my paper, even though the show will be over today, and I'll have it marked off. But so for everybody that don't know who you guys are, who are y'all, and what is Britton Farm Homestead?
Right.
So we have a homestead, and we're just starting out at ground zero. We just brought raw property, and right now our major issue is trying to put in a driveway so we can build a house and barns and other things. And we're staying with my parents right now on their farm and helping them and gardening and raising animals here while we work on our off days or off time on our property. But it kind of began. I'm a farm girl. I was born and raised in the country on a farm. He's a city boy, and I never would have thought he wanted to do farming. But one day he started watching.
Wait, let's stop for a second.
Okay.
When I look at him, I don't see city boy. I'm just saying. There's nothing about him that says, "Oh yeah, I wear a tie to work. I'm a city boy." That nothing about no offense. I have the same look, but or will have when it grows back out. But
I don't wear a tie to work, but I did grow up in the city, not doing things like she has done on the farm.
yeah, I'm just giving y'all a hard time. All right, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
But he started watching YouTube videos, and he kept saying, we could do something like that. We could do something like that. And we had a house in the city. And I said, well, what are we going to do with this house? You know, I'm all for it, but we have all this. And he said, let's remodel it, sell it. And I said, okay. So we started, we did some, it was a lot of minor stuff, really. We waterproofed the deck that was on the outside, painted the walls, put up some trim, just redid the cabinets, things like that, and sold it. And it sold quick within like 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks?
Yeah, we got lucky. The market was good, and a lot of people were buying before the virus started. So we lucked out on that.
Yeah, it's definitely a seller's market right now because the top dollar. I'm hoping that plays out good for me and Tammy.
But we were looking for property for a little over a year, and everything was either just crazy priced, or you'd go look at it and it was in a swamp or on a cliff, or, you know, something that was not feasible to plant vegetables, or unless you had mountain goats, it was no good for, you know, any type of animal. So, the property just kind of fell in our lap. My dad knew somebody that had some property, and he was telling my dad, hey, I got this property. Your daughter may want to look at it. And he said, I've been told it's really beautiful. I've owned it for 10 years and paid the property taxes on it and never seen it. And we said, okay, we'll go look at it. And it was beautiful. And we just fell in love from day one. And we continued to look a little while after that. And I said, my heart's set on that. And so we made the decision to buy it. And it's the best property for the price by far.
How many acres is it?
It's 13.96, but we just say 14.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's easier.
So y'all going to take that, and that's going to be Britton Farm Homestead, huh?
Yeah.
Slow process, but one day.
Right. I totally understand. Now, is this place that y'all bought, is it out near the park?
It's between Cloudland Canyon and DeSoto Falls, right? DeSoto Falls.
Okay.
It's closer to Mentone, the little bitty town on
Top of the mountain there at the 4-lane.
Yeah.
In that area.
We're about 7 minutes from Mentone.
I got you. North.
Yeah.
Y'all are north of Mentone.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, we kayak from the dam up to Mentone and back a lot. So, for those that don't know, this bunch right here is real close to where I live. They're about 10 or 15 minutes from DeSoto State Park, and y'all heard me talk about DeSoto State Park a lot. DeSoto State Park from my house, only because you got to go through the valley and up through the woods, and about 30 minutes from where I live. And so they live about another 10 or 15. So it's about an hour, but really it's not that far, about 45 minutes or so, but it's really not that far. But it's because you got to go through the park or go up to Mentone, I guess, would be the best. Go up to Hammondsweg and go up that way, probably, if I was going to your place.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're close to me, and I know about where they're at. And so if I say stuff like that, that's because I know about where they're at. So, well, good deal. So y'all are fixing to start putting your driveway in?
Well, we've started the driveway, and we've been waiting on a driveway for 8 months.
Wow.
It's really hard.
So I thought I heard you say on your live the other day that y'all had talked to a Heartline about doing your driveway.
Yes, Dennis Heartline.
That's
And
funny. Do what?
I guess he was busy with doing his hay because he also has a farm not too far. So he couldn't get to us much. But we did speak with him. He seemed like a great guy. Got a big, great Santa Claus beard. It's a really nice guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've met him a time or two. That's funny. My dad's family is from Mentone. All the Heartlines I know are from right there. From there. I don't know them. I just know of them. But I have met the guy you're talking about. Well, he does dozer work and stuff, and my dad does dozer work stuff. Well, in a few weeks, we're going to have a young lady on the show. Last name is Heartline. Her dad is from the Galesville. He was born in Fort Payne, but he's from Galesville area, Mentone, that area. And his name is exactly the same name as Dad's. They're both Jerry Daniel Heartline, and they're both from that area. But this girl's dad is about 10 years younger than me. But it's weird that we got dozer operators up there that does the same thing as Dad. We got people up there that name, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird that it seems like all that just runs in our blood.
Dennis actually told us that the property we bought was part of a larger farm when he was younger, and he used to work on that farm.
Wow.
So he has spent his whole life in the same area there.
When you see him again, ask him if he knows us, and he'll probably remember meeting me. We do the inflatables, the moonwalks and slides and stuff, but my dad does dozer work. I know he's met Dad and them, and but he'll know us when you talk to him. But he was super nice guy. Like you say, he was just super nice. So all of us Heartlines are nice. So I guess the first thing is the driveway, and then get you a house built, ain't it?
Yeah, and we're gonna have structures for the animals because we do have animals here that have to go with us. We have rabbits and chickens, and we're gonna get goats. But my dad has a bunch of goats now, and we're probably just gonna take some of his babies with us. But we have to build barns and all that good stuff and structure to catch water because we don't have a well, and the county as of now doesn't have water run down the road. But we did get a letter in the mail not too long ago asking if we would sign up for water service if Fort Payne would agree to run it down our road. And we said, yeah, sure. Even though we really want to be off the grid, we're not going to have electricity. We're going to do solar and wind power. We really want the water because we're going to have animals, and we hope to have greenhouses. And we think that a well, it may go dry, or the water may go bad, and then you've got animals, and you might not be able to catch enough rainwater to take care of all the greenhouses and animals. And
Right. Well, you could always just use what you needed of it and still catch a lot of water.
Yeah, we're fixing to have a pond dug, so we can do a lot of irrigation out of the pond, but it has to fill it with water first.
Right. Yeah. Is it real rocky out there?
No, we found about, I don't know, 4 rocks the size of my head out there, and that's it.
Wow.
No rocks.
So, well, that's going to be awesome. So, are y'all going to have a working farm? In other words, are y'all going to survive off what you grow and sell? Or are y'all still going to keep your jobs?
We hope one day to have a working farm, but we have to keep our jobs to get it paid for, I guess, to get started.
Yeah, I agree.
Our goal is to be debt free. We don't want to owe for the property or house, and he may quit and work a farm before I do because I have a cushy job. I sit at a computer and in the air conditioner. He has a more physical job, so he'll quit first. And when our kids were small, I didn't work. I stayed at home, so I had my turn to stay at home. So
you worked harder at home.
So now he's gonna sooner or later. We don't have a date yet, but sooner or later he's gonna quit his job. I'll work, and he will tend to the farm.
Right. Sounds like a plan. So what does your family and all think about this little venture? They all on board, or they already doing this kind of stuff?
They're supportive. They think we're crazy, though. My
I get that a lot.
My dad said I should have done it 20 years ago. He's always wanted to go back to living in the country, but just wasn't able to.
Now, you said you grew up in the city, Chattanooga?
No, small town in North Georgia, Ringgold.
Yeah, I know where Ringo is.
Spent most of my life in Ringo, inside the city limits.
I got you.
We did have a few chickens when I was young, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's as close as I got to farm life.
I got you. Now, where'd you grow up? Now, wait a minute. Let's get y'all's names. I think we forgot to tell everybody your names.
Oh, I'm April.
I'm Vince.
Vince. Okay. So, April, where did you grow up?
Well, I was born in Fort Payne, and before I was about a year old, my parents moved to Louisiana, and I lived there till I was about 6 or 7, and then we moved to North Georgia, Chickamauga area, and
I know where that is.
That's where my parents still live now, is in Chickamauga, and that's pretty much where I grew up.
I was born in Fort Payne on September 25th, 1968. And the old Fort Payne Hospital.
I believe that's where I was born.
Yeah. Have
In
you been by?
79.
Do what?
That's where I was born, 79.
Yep. That's where you would have been born if you were born in 79. Yep. Yep. I was raised pretty much Fort Payne, Blake. I don't know if you remember the Blake area, which is top of the mountain coming back towards Rainsville. I was raised there until I was 12, and then we moved on over to Rainsville, and I've been here since I was 12. In this area, in and out of the city limits. Me and Tammy's had a couple houses outside the city, and for the last 15 years, we lived in the city of Rainsville. The last 2 houses we've had, and so we love it here. I love the Fort Payne area, but I love Rainsville. Like being just out of the big city, which is not a big city. Y'all would laugh if y'all seen Fort Payne, and I said big city. It does have a Walmart. That's about it. It's funny that we had 2 Hardee's and nobody likes Hardee's. One of them, we're getting a Popeyes and the one on the south end.
Oh, you guys are moving on up.
We're moving on up. Yeah, the one on the south end flooded. South Fort Payne always flooded.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember all that, but anyway, there for the ones at the red light, the south end, it flooded again this last time, and so they sold that building, and the people want to put a new Popeyes there on the corner there at Lowe's. So, but yeah, I've been all around up in that area where you guys live, and DeSoto State Park up in that area. I got cousins that live close to DeSoto State Park on the Fort Payne side, and then we got customers and all up in the Mentone area, and not much north of Mentone, but we do events. If you're going across the mountain to my mind just went blank. If you're going across the mountain at Mentone and drop off, what is that called?
Menlo.
Menlo, yeah. We've done some on over before you drop off into Menlo. But that's beautiful country back over in there. I bet y'all's place is nice.
We think so.
Yeah, we love it. On one side, there's a house that nobody lives in, and then there's a hayfield between us and that house. And then on the other side, there's a cow pasture, and then another house that nobody lives in. And so we don't have many neighbors. They just come and visit those houses every once in a while. Like they might come out in the summer and stay a weekend or something, but we don't have many neighbors, and it's really nice.
Yeah, y'all might get to buy that before long.
I wish.
So how did you guys get hooked up with our community people? How did y'all find out, I guess, about Daydream?
So I believe I can't tell you how I found Bob's Adventures, but I was watching him, and I had subscribed to him, and somehow, I don't know if somebody had dropped your link or he was going from his channel to yours, and I thought, well, I'll just go with everybody. So I just went over there, and I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. I like this. And ever since, I watch you every morning. I may be working, but I'm listening as I'm working, and I was like, this is way better than watching a morning show on TV.
Yeah, we talk about real things, don't we? That's
right
here. Yeah, you probably met Bob through the Crockers.
It might have been. I don't exactly remember how I got to his channel, but I was watching him for a while, and then somehow it was linked to you somehow. I don't know if he was just shouting out to you or what, but somehow I got over to your channel, and I was like, hey, I like this.
I appreciate it. We try to be entertaining as much as we can. Artist on the Road said there's a few of y'all work lurkers. A lot of people listen that's working. Yeah, I think Bob is the moderator on Jason Crocker
Mm-hmm.
and Simple Life Reclaimed. I think he's a moderator over there too. So Simple Life Reclaimed, we had them on our Tuesday night show a couple of weeks ago. They're a pretty awesome channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do y'all have them?
I believe I do. He has no idea who he's watching. He never goes. He don't know anything about computers or phones or whatever. So we have one of those fire sticks for the TV, and he just puts it on YouTube. And whatever comes up that he thinks looks good, he just clicks on it. Has no idea who he's watching. I'll be like, whose channel you're watching? I don't know. So I'm the one that does the subscribing because he has no clue how to do that or has no clue.
Simple Life Reclaimed is redoing their fifth wheel trailer. It had some rod in it. They've just totally took the back side off and they're putting it back together now. So that's been real interesting. So our y'all said that y'all are going to do solar and wind?
Yeah, we believe so. And our water, I guess we're just going to catch rainwater to see if Fort Payne's going to run water up there. We really wanted to be totally off the grid, but wells are expensive and they don't guarantee that they're going to hit water. So
yeah, you
may have to pay for a 500-foot well dug and never hit water. So
that's $20 a month cheap compared to $6,000 or $8,000.
Right.
Take a long time to pay for a well at $20 a month.
For sure.
And you still got to have an electric pump to run it. So
yeah. I'm not sure that Fort Payne's going to run the water up there, but if they do, we will hook to it. If not, we'll catch our rainwater and we'll probably have to dig a well.
Yeah. How far is the water from y'all now, city water?
It's about a mile down the road.
Oh, wow. Man, that'd be easy to run, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it sure would. But from the letter they sent us, Walker County has to say okay and let Fort Payne run the water to us. And Walker County has refused to run the water to that part of the county. So hopefully they'll say yeah, but Walker County is not the friendliest county. They just have a lot of rules, regulations, and they seem to be really fussy down there. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking last night with a channel that's truck drivers, and they talked about Tennessee being a rough place for truck drivers. They don't like truck drivers. I reckon every little area's got their thing. And there's always that one group of people that has to make it hard.
Yeah.
Chasing America said the people that dug their well guaranteed it. Water or no pay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we've checked with, I don't know, several well digging companies, and they'll say we can't guarantee that we're going to hit water.
They're from Georgia, too.
Really?
You might hook up Chasing America and see who they got.
Okay.
They're in the chat now, so Chasing America is who left that comment.
All right.
If I could catch up on the chat over here. There it is.
Okay. I will see if I can't talk to them and see who they have.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. You know up front how much it's going to be.
Right.
His Way Homestead said if you do a well, you can put a 24-volt electric well pump and run it off its own solar panel.
Well, we were hoping if we got a well dug, we were going to use the windmill to generate the power to pump the water out.
I got you. Did you get enough wind there on Lookout Mountain to generate enough?
I don't know that we do. We get plenty of breeze and wind, but I don't know that it's enough.
Yeah, you know you're always going to get sunlight, don't you?
Yeah.
I know you don't see many windmills in this area.
Yeah. There's a couple on the mountain. Mountain Co Farms. They have one, but it's massive. We want one of the newer ones, and it's really small. And it looks like it's all made out of plastic, so it'd be not as hard to turn and generate the power and all that. So I don't know. That was just a thought we had, but right now it's kind of all up in the air. We're just trying to get a driveway in one step at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, get a driveway, then you can start on that later, can't you?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they'll be able to get over there and get you knocked out here for long. If it went so far away, I'd have Dad and them come out there and look at it for you, but they won't go that far. And that's a little too far for them.
Yeah.
I guess you have a point there, his way Homestead. Let me see here. I'm trying to look over the chat right quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. So, you guys, I just want to look at something right here. You guys have like 258 subscribers, and we are running 262 now, by the way. We are running your link in the chat. So if any of you guys don't have Britton Farm Homestead, you need to go check them out. And if you like them, subscribe to their channel. That'd be cool. Because they might need to hook up with you guys and ask questions. There comes Castle Hives and K&R Destinations. Our new VIP Patreon members are coming in the house. Thank you, guys. I don't think I said hi to Tumbleweed RV Life or Christy Wilson either. So, hey, guys, if I missed anybody, I am so sorry. It's hard to watch when you're running live. So, maybe the moderator will greet you. And, but don't get your feelings hurt if we overlook you. So, we do the best we can, and we have no ill intent, by the way. So, well, anyway, so, you said earlier that when the kids were young, that you stayed at home. So your kids grown and gone already?
Yes.
So
we have 3 kids, and we have 2 grandbabies and 1 on the way.
Wow.
He said,
maybe.
That make you feel old?
I am old. And hopefully we'll have a farm for them to play on.
Yep.
Grow up on. I think it would be nice.
They'll be riding 4-wheelers and horses. And I heard something about a pony the other day, but Papa didn't sound too hip on the pony.
Ponies a waste of money, I believe. There's no ponies coming.
So we went and seen that baby the next day after that show that she was watching, and she said, "Pops, where's my pony?"
And she says that very much. Pops will have a pony.
Yes, he would.
Sounds like y'all got a lot of fencing to do, or is this place already fenced in?
No, there's a lot of fencing. One of the neighbors has a fence that's barbed wire because they used to run cattle on his property, which it's now empty. They don't do anything with. But I can tie to his fence. Will save a lot of money. But there's a lot of fencing that has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of everything that has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah. When you start from scratch, it's a process, ain't it?
And you know the area. So I thought we were so far from town that we would have no problem with rules and regulations. It's still everything applies. Walker County's got a lot more rules than a lot of places.
Yeah. See, you're on the wrong side of the state line.
I believe you.
DeKalb County don't have many rules. The county, the city of Fort Payne does. That's why a lot of people's moving to Rainsville. But now Rainsville's starting to get a lot of rules. So now people's moving to Fife and Sylvania. But I used to build and sell houses, and we'd sell them as fast as we could build them in Rainsville because Fort Payne had so many rules, people were leaving.
Yeah.
And that's still probably the case to some extent, but Fort Payne's a great place. No, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying the rule will run people off. But like
Our first thoughts were just to buy a camper and live on the property and work. Well, in Walker County, you can't legally do that. You can't live in a camper on your own property. So we were going to build a tiny house, maybe like on a trailer. Well, that's also against the rules. So that's why we're here with April's parents as we get started and get some work going.
So can y'all put a mobile home on it?
Yes, but it has to be a certain size, and I don't know. They have a bunch of rules about that too.
Wow, that's stricter. Y'all live on the wrong side of the state line. I'm telling you.
We're going to build a small house, nothing big, but they have a minimum requirement of 600, 700 square feet. So we're going to build whatever they require just to get moved in, add on to it later if we need. But just the two of us, we don't need a lot.
Right. I think a lot of I think that's why you don't see a lot of tiny houses in the South because of stupid rules like that.
Now there is a tiny.
Why do they care? I don't understand why they care. What is it their business what size house you live in?
The bigger house you have, the more taxes you pay.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
There is a tiny house community not far from us on the Alabama side.
Yeah.
We checked it out. I don't know that that's big enough for us.
It's on the other side of Mentone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to the water. So they're okay with it. I don't know.
I'm surprised Mentone allowed that. That must not be in the city limit.
I don't know if it is or not, but it's right there close.
It's close to the gas station, so that's close to the Georgia line.
Yeah.
But but you would have to live here and farm there, is what you're saying, wouldn't you? That's a pretty good ways, ain't it?
We're stuck with the rules. We just have to do whatever they're asking.
Well, if the rules is 700 square foot, it's not too small or too big either.
Yeah, it won't take too long once we get the driveway and start building. It won't take long to build it.
Yeah, you could frame that thing up, and they probably won't let you move one in either, will they?
I don't know. We've acquired a lot of material already: our doors, windows, roof trusses, the lumber for the framing. As we're waiting, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pour a concrete pad and build off of it.
Yeah,
because we have a lot of the material already, house wrap, just a lot of things we've accumulated.
Yeah. So somebody asked, let me go back up here. I missed it.
Well, you got one asking, what is your progress with the driveway?
Right.
They're still waiting, right?
Right now, I have a tire down on. We have a backhoe, and we have to go and pick up the tire later, and then I'll continue on the driveway today if it's not too wet up there.
Somebody said the other day, I said something about Dad having a backhoe, and somebody said, does everybody in the South have a backhoe? And there you go again. There's another backhoe.
We got another question. What crops or livestock will you be, growing? I guess raising and growing.
I don't know. I try to take it one thing at a time, driveway. But
you're going to be growing a driveway, right?
Yeah, we're growing driveways and weeds and trees right now. But eventually I want to grow stuff that people can eat, produce. I'd like to raise some pigs. She's raising rabbits now, chickens, just a little bit of everything, I guess. They say you have to be diverse if you're going to make money on a small farm.
Yeah. Yeah. They were selling corn here in our area for $8 a dozen. I'm like, I could have done pretty good with 2 rows of corn.
Yeah.
I might have sold instead of kept and eat.
Our corn was beautiful this year, but We didn't give any of it away. We either fried it up and ate it, or we cut it off the cob and put it in the freezer.
I don't know how much we froze. I probably gave away 60, 70 ears of corn just to friends. And I probably gave away 2 wash pans full of tomatoes.
We're still waiting for our massive load of tomatoes to come in. We had, I don't know, what is it, maybe 20 plants we planted, and we're getting tomatoes here and there off those. And then I had went to the feed store to pick up some rabbit food, I guess. And I asked the lady, I said, hey, your tomato plants out there look like they're wilted. And she said, take them. We're tired of watering them. So I took every one that I could load in the car. And now we have 192 tomato plants planted, and they're doing fabulous. And we're just waiting for those green tomatoes to turn red.
Yeah, you got a lot of good weather. Yeah, you'll get a bunch of tomatoes off them.
Yeah.
We've canned about 50 jars of salsa. I don't know how many cans of green beans. A bunch. And plus, she just went and picked 2 rows of green beans. She'll have to work tomorrow. So she picked for an hour last night and went back out this morning and picked for an hour while I was on the bus.
Yeah, those green beans. Do you have runners on your green beans, or do you have bush beans?
Bush beans.
Yeah, those bush beans. I hate the bush beans.
Well,
they sit on a 5-gallon bucket and move it as you go.
Yeah, they do get a little snaky too, because you can't weed it, and it gets the longer into the garden season you go, the more bushy they get.
Yeah, we've got some baby rabbits in ours, and we'll go pick them, and they'll jump out and take off running.
I done a video about it. Did you see my video about the cans? Tying the cans up to get rid of the birds?
No, I haven't seen
that. On the ground, it gets rid of the land varmints.
Really?
So it worked. I'm not saying it worked for everybody. It worked for us, but we kept having birds get in our garden when we first planted it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went ahead and stuck our tomatoes with tomato cages, and I hung Diet Dr. Pepper cans up on it so that it would hit against the side of the cages. And so when the birds would come in and land, it would bang. You see what I'm saying? It would shake that cage, and the birds quit coming in. Well, then I kept having rabbit problems. So I went out there and tied me a bunch of cans on the bottom so that when they would come in and run by them cans, they'd bang against it and scare them off. So it worked. I'm not saying it worked for everybody, but it worked for us.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to do is scatter out your tomato plant next year so you'd have cans all over your garden.
It's a lot of cans.
Hey, there's a lot of Diet Dr. Pepper drink here. So, oh, man. Yeah, we done 2 rows of corn. That's the first time we've done corn. I think it's the first time me and Tammy'd ever grown corn. We froze. I say we probably froze the majority of it. Ford Man, a.k.a. Kenneth Oaks, asked if y'all are going to have goat milk because he said he'd always wanted to try some.
So I do want Nubian goats at some point. My dad has pygmy goats. So we'll get a couple of his just to eat grass and be lawnmowers and keep down weeds. But once I get to retire, I want Nubian goats, and then I can go milk a goat. I just don't have time for milking every day. I don't have time for it right now. I would love to once I don't have to go work 9 to 5, 5 days a week. But right now, I just don't have time for it.
Right. We got another question. Let me. Nursing Our Travel Bug, they got some patio tomatoes because they're full timers in their RV.
Mm-hmm.
They keep splitting before they ripen. They said they read somewhere where they may be watering them too much. Have y'all ever heard that?
It may be. Also, if you can get them when some of ours have rot on the end of the tomatoes, which is different than the splitting of the tomatoes, but If you can get them when they just start to turn and pick them and just set them in your window and let them ripen up in the window, it should keep them from splitting. And if you have a rot problem, it'll keep them from rotting also.
Yep. Dad's having to do that very thing. His is rotting. And so he's picking his green, and he's got a big table in his garage, and he just got them laid out on his table. He got big old tomatoes, and he lets them ripe on the table.
Yeah. They're just as good that way. I know when you go to the grocery store, they pick them green and then they gas them to make them, ripen. Picking them while they're green from your garden and setting them in a window is totally different than what they do. It's still a natural thing that's happening, putting it in your window and letting it ripen. Gassing them to make them ripen up and turn red, that's not natural. So it would still taste the same if you pick it green and let it sit in your window and ripen.
That don't even sound good that they gas them.
Yeah,
it's weird. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, it's you should look into the produce. Even though going to the grocery store and you're getting produce there, you don't know where it's come from and you don't know what's happening to it. And a lot of unnatural things happen to it. Granted, it's better than eating, TV dinner or something, going and getting a tomato that's been gassed and eat it. It still has better nutritional value than a TV dinner, but it's still an unnatural thing. And that's another thing why we want to do this, is because we want to know where our food came from. We want to know that if we slaughter an animal and put it in our freezer, that animal was treated right. It was treated good. It was happy until it's, time for it to go in the freezer.
Well, I don't feel so bad. I'm not the only one that didn't know that they gas our fruits and vegetables.
I didn't know that. I learned that too.
Weird. And Wide Family says they gas all veggies to make them look good, and oranges and everything. Fruits, they just whatever to make them look
I didn't know they did it to fruits, but I definitely knew they did it to vegetables. But that's the only way that, you have a tomato coming from California to Georgia. They've picked that green for it to be edible once it gets here. Because if you picked a red tomato in California and you put it in a hot truck, drove it all the way to Georgia, and then put it on a stand in the grocery store for us to buy, it's going to be rotten or rotting soon.
Right. I did know they put wax on apples. I've heard that before. The artist on the road was saying they put wax on apples to make them shiny. I have heard that they wax apples. I think that's weird too.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat. We got a lot of homesteaders now. Or we used to didn't have any, and now it seems like our morning show, we have a ton of homestead channels. We don't have hardly any on Tuesday night that comes in, but I told somebody, Nettie and Felix yesterday, we nearly have 2 different chats from morning to night. Some of them go to both, but there's a good percentage of it that is either one or the other. It's not both. And it's weird. A lot of people didn't think a daytime live stream would make it. And then they really didn't think a daytime live stream would make it 7 days a week. And which we made it work 7 days a week, but we just cut it down to 5. What about it, Bob, Adventure on Wheels? I was shouting you out, and you're getting shouted out in the chat now. I forgot to put you in the chat thanking you for our epidemic sponsorship. So we got you in the bots now. So I appreciate that, Bob. That's where we get all of our awesome music for our videos, is thanks to Bob. He sponsored our epidemic subscription. And so that way we can get all that cool music to go on all of our videos. And our intro music and all that. That's where we get that at too. So let me see here. They gas them so they can pick and ship, stored over longer durations, then ripen prior to sending to the store. Yeah, my backyard science said they knew somebody that worked in a produce warehouse for a supermarket. And yeah, they gassed them so they could pick them and ship them, and they would store them longer. That way they'd last for longer durations. That's what you were saying a while ago.
So it's always better if you can buy local, even if you can't grow your own. If you can buy local and you know somebody that's doing it themselves and they're not using crazy pesticides or, just things that are harmful, buy local if you can.
I think Fort Payne and Rainsville both, they both have farmers markets. I don't know if y'all have ever been to those, but I think both of them started requiring local grown only. Like you couldn't go to Florida and ship it in. It had to be local grown. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking they both did start requiring that. I was reading some of the chat. But yeah, when I go to a farmer's market, I want to buy from local people. I noticed a while ago, camping therapy, she lived up around where some of the Amish people are. She said she bought corn a few days ago for $2 a dozen.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
We have a local produce stand close to here, and I'm not into making my own butter. I mean, I might be one day, but I still have a full-time job, so I'm not milking goats and I'm not making my own butter. But I will go to the produce stand, and they have different things from the Amish that bring. I'm not sure if they bring them to him or he goes and gets them, but anyway, he sells some of the things from the Amish, and butter is one of them. And I'll go get a block of butter like the size of my head. It looks like a wheel of cheese, and I'll use it, and it's way better than what you can buy in the store, and it's cheaper.
Yep, you're right. My backyard science can't get locally grown bananas. That's for sure. Not in Alabama, you can't. I'm looking at, they buy a lot of, my grandpa growing up, my grandpa used to sell watermelons to Piggly Wiggly. I don't know if y'all ever had a Piggly Wiggly grocery store, but anyway, one day Piggly Wiggly decided they were going to start buying from a big company and not buying local. So my grandpa told us we couldn't, none of us, I was a kid, but told my daddy and them they couldn't none of them buy groceries at Piggly Wiggly anymore. And so, Grandpa hard. Yeah. So this was the best garden we ever had this year. We had just the right amount of rain, and man, we've had tomatoes running out every year we've had, and the corn done good. Matter of fact, there may be a little bit of corn left to be picked, and the cucumbers done really awesome. And then after we done about 4 or 5 pickings, they just started dying. I don't know what happened to the cucumbers.
Well, we ended up with one cucumber vine because I planted one end of the garden, and Vince and my dad planted the other end of the garden. And my dad supposedly planted a half a row of cucumbers, and come to find out it was all squash. So we had a row and a half of squash. We have had so much squash. It's just running out our ears.
I can take squash and just chop it up and eat it like cucumbers.
Well, we've had plenty.
Oh, yeah. Not a lot of people eat raw. Well, there is a lot of people that eat raw squash. I like raw squash.
I don't think I've ever tried raw squash.
No, I haven't. Have you tried raw okra? I've got some friends from El Salvador. Is that where they're from?
I think
some guys I work with. Anyway, they eat their okra raw.
Woo, I want my okra fried. My wife likes it cold, but I want mine fried.
I've tried it. It's not too bad.
Oh, man. I've eaten crickets in Uganda, but I just don't know if I want raw okra. Well, I know that doesn't sound right, but
none of it sounds good. No okra, no crickets. Nope.
His Way Homestead said they love raw okra. Dad brought me a cantaloupe. Now I love cantaloupe. I can eat one by myself for breakfast. I like them. I like them better cold. Like if I get one today, I'll go in there and cut it up and put it in the refrigerator and eat it the next morning. I like it cold. Now I can eat it, just cut that baby open and eat it right then. But I like it a lot better. Like my watermelon. I like my watermelon ice cold.
I like it cold with
My
salt.
mom used to put cottage cheese in her cantaloupe.
Cottage cheese.
That sounds nasty.
I don't like cantaloupe.
Messed it up. Her mom messed her up as a child.
That's what you do.
I worked at a car lot. I sold cars when me and Tammy first married. And I worked at a car lot for a guy. And we had this big shop at the lot that we like just kept cars. You know, like if we got them on the lot and there was some little something wrong with it, we'd pull them in, tinker them, or we'd pull them in and keep them washed and clean. Anyway, it was one summer. It was hotter than anything. Every day it was just hot, hot, hot. Some guy come by with a pickup truckload of watermelons, and Jimmy bought every one of them. And so the guy unloads them, and Jimmy's just giving them away to the people that come by, you know. And if your customer come by, he said, "Here, take a watermelon." That's the kind of guy he was. Well, anyway, when the guy unloaded them watermelons, he come over in the middle of the shop. He chunked one of them watermelons on the ground. He said, "Dig in, boys." And we all just stood there and used that watermelon. Well, he didn't want to cut it and do all that. So we just all dug in. We had a good time. I think we busted 2 watermelons that day.
Artist on the road eats applesauce with her cottage cheese.
That's like putting sugar and creamer in coffee. Y'all just ruined a good cup of coffee, and y'all just ruined. I mean, applesauce is good, but is anything good with cottage cheese? Is all I want to know.
Cottage cheese is nasty. I don't like cottage cheese.
Ugh, that is so wrong. That's so wrong. That makes me sick nearly thinking about it. Yep. So Felix has learned a lot this week about canning and vegetables and all kind of stuff. We both learned about. Have you ever heard the term jarring? You might have been in here the other day when we were talking.
I was, and I never did look it up, but I
know what it is.
What I think it is hot water bathing, canning instead of using a pressure cooker.
That's what it is. My wife looked it up. And I'd never heard it called jarring.
I never heard it called that either, but when I forgot who said that on the live.
Justin and Christina up in Canada.
But I put in the chat, I think that's hot water bath canning instead of pressure canning.
Yep. Tammy went and looked it up. She stepped in here for a minute and I asked her. So she went in yonder and looked it up, and that's exactly what it is. You don't pressure cook it, you just hot water. And it fills it.
Everybody is putting in the chat what they like with their cottage cheese, and there's some different stuff in there.
Sickos. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are the same people that put sugar and creamer in your coffee.
Peaches, pears, pineapple. Actually, the pineapple, if I was going to have to do it, I think pineapple would probably be the best one. But then I saw, pepper. I remember my mom putting pepper on her cottage cheese. I lost it. Where did the rest go? Honey in cottage cheese.
I know lots of people eat peaches and cottage cheese.
Yeah, I seen that one. Peaches and cottage cheese. That's in there. I didn't realize people spunked up their cottage cheese so much. I can't do it. I love cream cheese. I love, milk, all that, but I just can't do cottage cheese. I don't know what it is.
I don't like cottage cheese. Sometimes I may cook with it, but as far as just eating it, no.
Yeah, I will use it in lasagna sometimes if I'm making a lasagna, and then I can do it, but by itself, see, and my husband can just sit there and open the container and just eat it like it's ice cream or something. I don't know how he does it.
So I want to be one of these trendsetters. Growing up, our grandparents and our great-grandparents, our grandmas used to dip snuff. You notice that's not done anymore because that was sick. This cottage cheese thing's got to end here. We got to be the generation that changes this. Oh, man. Tammy's mama used to dip snuff. Woo, that's some nasty stuff right there. Now, I used to chew tobacco and dip, but that snuff, that's a whole new level. She made me into a boy when I seen her dipping snuff. Yeah, buddy. That's even worse than Chattanooga Chew. You remember that tobacco Chattanooga Chew? I may have a lot of years on y'all.
You're not that much older than me, and I've never heard of that.
Well, you never chewed tobacco.
Well, no.
April has.
I chewed tobacco before I ever started smoking.
Oh, wow. You are a country girl.
Yeah.
No. No.
I never did smoke. I mean, like on a regular basis. You have me howling. Homestead Aquarius just seen my picture for the first time. But my first chew of tobacco was Chattanooga Chew, and that stuff was rank. I was a Levi Garrett guy. My uncle chewed Red Man. He chewed enough Red Man to pay for a house, probably. His Way Homestead. Yeah, you're older than me. You not ever heard of Chattanooga Chew? It was in a brown pack.
Artist on the Road never heard of it, and she's older than both of us.
Well, I can't help it. I can't help it if y'all are deprived children. We wasn't deprived because Chattanooga Chew was rank. Y'all might have been more privileged than I was.
Thing. Southern only, and maybe that's why none of us Northerners have heard of it.
Well, y'all probably had better stuff than we did. My Uncle Jack has chewed a building full of Red Man. I have too. I like Red Man, but I was a Levi Garrett kind of guy. It had a better flavor to it. Then I went to dipping that nasty stuff. I always dipped Skull. Y'all know why I dipped Skull? Because it was mint flavored. It opened up my sinuses. I've always had bad allergies.
So Kenneth Oakes wants to know, what is the difference between snuff and chew?
Snuff is raunchy and chew is leafy. Snuff is like dipping dirt.
That was not the answer I expected. Thanks for that, Gary.
All right, Kenneth, I'm going to give you the best explanation that I can give you. If you've had a month of dry, like it hadn't rained in a month. I mean, a month. It hadn't rained in at least a month, and it's been 100 degrees every day. And you find you a dirty spot out in the yard, and you go rake up you a bunch of dirt, put it in your hand, and then put it in your mouth. That's snuff.
Or like flour. It's like flour. It's really fine and powdery.
Yeah, it's more powdery probably, but you got to be like no moisture in it at all. You stick it in your mouth. And then it just oozes down the side of your mouth because it has so much flavor in it when you add water to it.
My grandmother used to dip stuff It was so disgusting. She had a spit tube next to her chair and would just be like, it was just sit there all the time, full of nasty spit. It was so
Oh man. And chewing tobacco is leafy. Like you reach in there and pull it out, it's leafy. Now, modern day, I guess, I don't know, y'all know, but modern day, what these guys dip today has no comparison to snuff. Copenhagen would probably be the closest thing to snuff in modern day stuff. Wouldn't y'all agree with that?
I would, but it's nothing close.
No, it's not even in the ballpark, but it is the closest.
Yeah.
Skull is a lot grainier, and it's a whole new. It's in its own. I don't even know. I haven't had any in so many years. I haven't dipped, chewed, or drank in a lot of years. But I always liked Skull, but I had a bad habit with Skull because, like I say, once you put it in your mouth, it had that mint, and it just opened up your sinuses. And that's why I dip.
Yeah.
But let's see what it.
Did you see what Artist on the Road said? In the Victorian era, snuff was snorted. Oh.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've never seen my grandmother snort anybody.
I've never seen anybody snort.
That does make sense, though.
I've seen stuff snorted, but not snuff.
Why
They
it would
didn't call
be
it
called
snuff either. Oh, his way home says that peppermint lifesavers work. If Jack Daniel whiskey worked for a lot of years, just saying. I quit all that mess a long time ago, though. Thank the Lord. I probably wouldn't be the person I am today had I not. Now they still a lot of people does it, and that's fine. That's their deal. I just don't. I often wondered why I used to like to drink, because I lost an uncle and a grandpa. They drunk themselves basically to death, so that you'd think that'd make you not want to drink, and it is my inspiration not to drink. But I did drink quite a bit when I was a young man, and I guess because it was in my blood, like we talked about earlier. It's just something our family did, and I didn't take it to a new level. I was a rookie in comparison, but pardon, Kenneth Oates. Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. Well, he'll have nightmares tonight. He'll wake up in the middle of the night, be drooling, think snuff is running out of his mouth. He'll wake up and throw up, thinking he's got a mouthful of snuff. I just put that in Kenneth Oates' memory. Now he can't get it out of his mind. Oh me, there's Sheriff Buford T. Cletus coming in the house. Honey and me snuck in too. I think I missed them. I might have missed a bunch of people. If I did, I'm sorry. Wide Family Farms.
She's been in for a little bit. So's Wide Family Farms.
So maybe I don't miss too many of y'all. I'm sure I will though, but try not to. We got 30 in the house. We usually pick up about an hour or two. We get our West Coasters come in here some. So do you guys, have y'all already acquired you a tractor and all, or y'all going to till? Do you the old tiller, or y'all going to do it old school?
We need a tractor.
That's what I'm thinking.
Too much property to use the tiller.
Yeah.
But we haven't got one yet. No.
I've been using, we got a old junky lawnmower that he paid like $100 for. I've been running it like a scalded dog. I've been bush hogging, briars up to my head in it, and just putting along.
Oh yeah. With 13 acres, y'all gonna need a tractor with a bush hog and a tiller and a plow and probably a mowing deck to mow around the house. And
yeah, definitely.
It's on the list.
Yeah. Tractors are not near as expensive, I don't think, as I don't think they're as expensive as they used to be, but then again, they may be more expensive. I don't know. I guess the older I'm getting, I'm thinking, well, that just don't seem like a lot of money for what it does, you know. And a lot of companies now, we got a lot more companies making tractors, and I guess that may have kept the cost of them down. I know some of these John Deeres get way up there, but I've seen on the internet a lot of times a nearly new tractor, and I see the price, and I'm like, that just don't seem that bad to me. But I guess I'm not a farmer, so I'm sure there's a big difference, and I know there's big differences in them, but I just don't know all about all that kind of stuff. So let's see here. What else is going on? All the snuff snorters are waking up. Yep.
You know, when I was little, my grandmother dipped snuff, and she would sit on the front porch, and you know the carpenter bumblebees that fly around all the time. She would sit on the front porch, and she would spit and hit them and knock them out of the air.
Oh, Lord. You might be a redneck. Yeah. You never know what you're going to learn on the morning show. You never know what you're going to learn. Oh, man. Nettie is rolling. We got an oh, my God out of Nettie. Oh.
Now, you can still buy snuff at the store if anybody would like to try. You can buy a small can.
We want a video of that, don't we? Can I? Oh, you're always trying stuff. I think we'd make a great video.
He does taste test. You should do a taste test on that.
We want you to do a taste test between Snuff and Red Man. I guess Red Man's still in business.
Yeah.
I don't never look at all that stuff, so I don't know what all they make anymore.
Yeah, Red Man Levi Garrett's still around.
So yeah, Kenneth Oates, we want that to be the next video. And you can't turn the video off when you start throwing up. We want to see that too.
The snuff you need to buy is called Britton. Britton.
Yeah, that's
Britton
what I was
stuff, and it comes in a little jar.
Yeah. Oh,
Never heard of that.
Man, that stuff's nasty. I've never even tried it because it was so nasty. Honey and me said they'd pass on that. Let me see here. Look and see what everybody's got to say. Never a dull moment, Daydream. You're right. Yeah, either way, it is gross. Bug zapper. I think Mr. Breeze was making a comment about your grandmother. Bug zapper. Oh, Lord. So I bet them grandbabies are excited about y'all getting the homestead going, ain't they?
They're still little, so when they come up, they find a mud puddle or a bucket of water, and for hours, it's entertainment just to play in some water and get muddy.
Yeah. They're going to have a lot to do there one of these days, ain't they? Y'all have that up and going by the time they're big enough to have real fun.
Yeah.
We'll put them to work as soon as we can.
Yeah, Papa will have them a four-wheeler out there, and they'll be burning up the fields.
He's already been looking for one, and they can't even drive a tricycle without running into something yet.
Oh, Lord. Cindy Wheeler said that Kenneth Oates can put hot sauce on the snuff and try it. Woo, that'd be tough. Man, that'd be some real nasty stuff then. He said he's had raw green tomatoes, and I've had them fried. I like fried green tomatoes.
I do too.
Fried green tomatoes mixed with fried squash is the best way to go. You ever had that?
Yeah. Throw some onions in there too.
We had a hamburger night before last with some homegrown tomatoes and a big old slab of onions. My Lord. Ain't nothing holds a candle to that. Well, the only thing that made it better, we could have smoked the hamburger. That would have made them better. But I'm supposed to have a new smoker coming in thanks to Over the Hill RV.
What kind of smoker are you getting?
he gifted me and Jerry Holly with one of the new small smokers. It's like a pellet grill smoker like Traeger, but it's a small one that we can put in our campers.
Yeah.
And I'll show it all to y'all when we get it, but it's pretty neat looking. I'll have to smoke something on it, some curly dogs or something.
We've got a Pit Boss pellet smoker, and if you said you canned some salsa, have you ever had smoked salsa?
How would you smoke salsa?
You take the vegetables before you turn them into the salsa. You cut them in half and put them on the smoker and smoke the vegetables, and then make the salsa out of those smoked vegetables.
It's really good.
It's delicious.
Wow, I might have to try that. I got a Traeger smoker, a big one, and then I got a Blackstone grill. That's all you need in anything. But the Traeger I got is too big to carry with me when I go camping.
Mm-hmm.
And John run across these and messaged me and asked me if I'd use one if it didn't have Traeger Road on it. If I'd still use one if he bought me one. I said, you bet I will. Yeah, Nursing Our Travel Bug got one coming, and K&R Destinations got one coming as well. They both bought one. I think, Bill, we're supposed to get them this week, some of us. I think John may have actually got his yesterday, but he missed the UPS guy. He ran up the store, and they had come, or the FedEx guy, and he wasn't there, so they couldn't deliver it. So, but John will probably get his today. Happy Place Camping likes fried green tomatoes, but they have to be sliced thin. You're just weird, Felix.
Well, Artist on the Road evidently doesn't even like them, because she said she tried them once, and had a little pukey face. So I'm guessing she don't like them at all.
I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Sometimes it's more hilarious than the screen.
Artist on the Road is recruiting people for her lurker club, so as they pop in admitting that they're lurking, she's grabbing a hold of them and putting them in the club.
We're gonna have to have y'all some membership cards. Gary and the Bear Lurking Club, Lurking Community. Let's see here. Smoked salsa is a Louisiana thing, Mr. Breeze said. Is that where you learned that in Louisiana?
No, that's not where I learned that. I hadn't even tried it until a couple years ago. I was watching some YouTube channel about a Pit Boss pellet grill, and they were making smoked sauce, and I said, I didn't even know that was a thing. Who would have thunk it? So I was like, I'm gonna try it, and it's pretty darn good.
So I'm not the only one that says who would have thunk it. See, y'all talk about me all the time, Felix. All I'm going to do from now on, start referring y'all to Britton Farm Homestead. That's all I'm going to say.
It's in
every time y'all get on to.
Born in Fort Payne, Alabama.
Yeah, it's a Fort Payne thing, ain't it?
It is.
Oh, man. I took K&R down by the fan club. Kyle and Ryan, me and Tammy took them down by the fan club when they were over the other day. I wish we'd have known about you guys. We'd all met up. That'd have been fun. Yeah, but we're gonna have some more get-togethers at DeSoto. I think Felix and them may be coming down one weekend, and Nettie and them's gonna come over one weekend. Maybe we can get it and have it all at the same time. That'd be good.
That'd be nice. And we're in the market for a camper, even though we can't live on our property in the camper. We want to put it there so we can go stay the weekend, work on the property, and then come back to my parents during the week when we have to work.
Use it like a vacation home, right?
Yeah, we're just camping. We don't live in it.
That's right. Don't live in it. Do 7 or 8 days on, 7 or 8 days off, 7 or 8 days on. Yeah, this is our weekend. This is our RV spot. And too, if y'all were in the middle of that place, I don't know that anybody would ever say anything to y'all anyway.
I don't think they will. And we've got, if we had to, we could pull it off the road and you'd never know it was back there unless you were trespassing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Scott Jacobs in appreciation. Talking about lurking. I was watching Roy and Becky yesterday, and Scott and Box Van D was lurking in the background. Man, were y'all watching that yesterday? So I was working and lurking like Artist on the Road does. And so I was cutting out face mask patterns. And all of a sudden, Roy and him was talking. All of a sudden, I heard this god-awful noise. And Roy's like, did y'all hear that wind? And I mean, it went from like nothing to, I thought it was going to blow them away. I told Scott to grab Box Van D. I thought it was going to blow her away. I mean, it got that bad that quick. That's me. Hey, Felix. My government issue badge I have to have at school. Gets me in and out.
You're a VIP.
Yeah, I keep playing with it. I'm just like a kid. It's got an attachment. So I've been sitting here doing this, and Felix was texting, what's that clicking noise? It's me aggravating Felix.
She doesn't me nuts.
I'll pay for that later. Oh, me. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. I don't know if we gained y'all any subscribers or not, but we've been constantly running your channel in the chat. So let's see. Well, you're at 264. I don't know exactly what you was when we started.
I think I looked at it this morning. It was 258, 259.
I thought it was 258.
That's what I saw before the show started. I always like to look because I like to see if.
Yeah. So if any of y'all have not had a chance to go hook up with them, the Stream Elements will be dropping their link to their channel about every 2 to 3 minutes. So it's been dropped several times since we've been on the air. So if you missed it, it'll come back around here in just a couple of minutes, and y'all can click and go over there and check them out. So, well, guys, it's been a blast. We're going to have to meet up one day for lunch.
Yeah, that definitely.
And so we just, and the next time we have somebody at the soda, we definitely will meet up.
Okay.
We may go over to the soda to the gas station and eat one of them real hamburgers.
Okay.
Have y'all had one over there yet?
No.
Oh my God. You know the station that they had to rebuild? You know, the one there at the V. You know where it splits off?
I know which one you're talking about. I know the one at the V.
It's right across, I think, from there's an empty parking lot across the street. That's where I always park my truck and trailer, in that empty parking lot. They got a gas station, but it's at that V. It's that one right there. But anyway, they got the best hamburgers. I mean, real ham. I'm not talking about McDonald's. Just that water food. This is real. So we stop there every time we're in Mentone working. That's where we eat lunch. I mean, it's awesome. So maybe one day when we get a crew out there, we'll all meet up there and eat and fellowship a little bit. So
sounds good.
Well, guys, if I can help y'all, I know a lot of people and we're not that far apart. So just give me a call and we'll see what we can do. And if y'all have a problem getting that Heartline boy over there, holler. Dad might know somebody else up there.
Okay.
But I'm sure he'll be there. He's like my dad. My dad stays swamped, and he's retired. So, all right, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on. It's been a blast.
Well, thanks for having us.
Well, we might try this again sometime. We'll get y'all on our Tuesday night show sometime down the road.
Okay, we'll have to take the day off the next day because it's late for us to be up.
I'm trying to get a different time for that Tuesday night show. I'm trying to get moved up a little bit, but I hadn't found a good slot. I don't want to be on at the same time my other friends are on. So maybe one of these days I'll get me a slot and I'll move up a little. Me and Johnny's Journey both is wanting to move up. I keep waiting, thinking Grassroots Living will give up their 30 minutes and I'll take that spot. But I don't know. I may just have to find me another day. So, but anyway, if y'all guys need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Email me, and it goes to my phone.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a good day.
Well, y'all too, and see y'all later.
All right. Bye.
Was that not awesome or what?
Yeah, they're cool.
That is a true Southern couple right there. Now, true Southern couple. They were really cool. I'm glad we met them. Burning up the road, 99% of our schools aren't going to open. Yep. But you live in Oregon, so that's all I'm going to say about that burning up the road. I'm giving you a hard time. Don't take it personal. Oh, Lordy mercy. I'm being mean. All right, it's time for meet and greet. Any of y'all want to, if y'all are close to goals, if y'all want to write that in the chat. We just don't talk about subbing each other. We just don't spam the chat. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't ask anybody to sub you, but y'all can post what you need. Kenneth Oates said he's craving a hamburger now. So if y'all need watch time hours, let us know how many you need. Yes, Nursing Our Travel Bug, K&R Destinations is going to be in that time spot. I don't know if they're going to give up their wings or they're going to have two, but I do know that they've done got a thumbnail up about that time slot. So let's see here. Yeah, burning up the roads. I can name party affiliation when I hear what schools and stuff are not opening and closing. But, I'm not going to get into politics. They got their reason for doing what they do, and our bunch has got our reasons, and it's all this. And the American people, we usually wind up getting the raw end of it no matter. So, but not going to get into politics. I just pray for everybody and just try to move on. I am so thankful we went back to school. And we may have to close, but at least we're going to try. When schools go back, the world goes back. So
you've got Tumblewood RV Life is going to start doing a live, or says they started doing a live segment on Wednesdays at 6 Eastern. Wide Family Farm needs to reach 300, and they are going live every Wednesday in September at 9:30 Eastern. Honey and Me needs 143 more hours.
I run your playlist the other day, Honey and Me.
Nursing Our Travel Bug is chilling in the 760s, so we need to get them to 800.
Yep.
They need to get up there. Burning Up the
They got
Road.
one of those channels, and I know we have a lot of good channels, but Nursing Our Travel Bug, they got everything you need to have a successful channel. They should have a lot more subscribers than 760. That just shocks me that they're not a bigger channel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Wide Family Farm wanted to know how to get on the show. Well, if you will email Happy Place Camping or Mail Nettie Living Free zip code list, we will look into that and see what we got available. That's how. So, Eagle Ridge is at 216. Yeah, you need to put some music on your channel. You may have. I need to come over there and watch some more.
It's
hard to get up there. Do what?
Oh, I'm talking to myself. I think I dropped the wrong link to the wrong name, and I got like 50 things running through my brain right now.
Yeah, just be thankful you can run 50 things through your brain. If I'd done that, I'd have a meltdown right here.
Try that again.
So for those of y'all that didn't see our new intro, I'll play that, and y'all can check out our new intro and let us see what y'all think about it. We're not going off. I'm just going to play y'all the intro and the extra and see if y'all like our new Homestead logo he done. While y'all are meeting and greeting, here we go. So what y'all think about that? So Miss Felix got with Homestead and had him to make us all into cartoons. I thought it worked out great. Made me look tall when I'm really short. And so I thought it turned out really good. So I put that together last night. He sent the artwork to Felix and she sent it on to me. So I thought it was pretty cool. It sort of defines our morning show.
And we need to get those on t-shirts.
Yeah, we are talking about putting that on t-shirt. We sure are. I'd like to have a black t-shirt with that on it.
Yeah, I would want black.
I just don't know if I would want that 8.5 by 11 on the front. I'm thinking pocket style. I think that would be too much me on the front of a shirt.
Oh, let's see. I think I got links dropped for the ones that were needing or wanting more subscribers. And then if you haven't run Honey and Me's playlist.
Also, we got another channel that comes in here quite a bit. He's not in here now. He might have been in here earlier. Rants with Rogers is real close.
Yeah, I ran his last night.
I'm running Johnny's Journey. I just can't run it and do live at the same time because it drains my battery.
I ran Kathy's Outdoor Adventures last night too.
Jury Holly should be over right now, but it won't hurt to run if you've not run it, just to give him a little cushion. He was within 29 before the show last night, so he probably got 60 or 70 watch hours last night. Mr. Breeze said my new nickname's Clicker. Nettie ran Rants with Rogers.
Eagle Ridge wants to know when is the next karaoke. Jerry's going to do it again on Sunday, and then the following Sunday it goes back to Slow Momentum.
Yep, this Sunday will be Jerry Holly's last Sunday to do karaoke. That sort of worked out pretty good. I'm usually wide open doing something. It don't get dark here in the summer till like 8 o'clock.
Mr. Breeze, you can run a playlist once every 90 days, and you can also run each individual video twice a day. That's what I've been told. That's what I've heard. It kind of varies the information that you get depending who you ask, but it's pretty much the consensus that you can run individual videos one at a time and a playlist. And I think most people agree the playlist can only be run once every 90 days. I think that's kind of what everybody sort of agreed on.
Yeah, we had Eagle Ridge sung at my party. Y'all remember that? That was pretty cool.
No, why don't I remember this? Where was
I? Slow Momentum asked him to come up and sing. You remember? He's Slow Momentum friend. I didn't know him. and Slow Momentum was talking in the chat, said I told him to come over and sing, or asked him to come over and sing. And that's how I let him up, because Slow Momentum knew him.
If you run all playlists, can you run the other play? Now that I don't know, Mr. Breeze. I don't know if you can run the separate playlists too. I really don't know. I don't know if anybody in here has any idea if we can do that. So like if you run the all playlist, can you go run the playlist that has only 10 of those videos and then the playlist that has another 10 of those videos? Can that be done? Or do they just kind of cancel each other out? Was I having wine that one night, Nettie? I don't remember that either. Maybe I was. Here, you got a question from Homestead Aquarius.
Well, we were both born in Fort Payne. My dad's trying to call me. We were both born in Fort Payne. They live on the other side of DeSoto State Park now, over the Georgia line. And I live in Rainsville. If you know where Fort Payne is, then you'll know where Rainsville is. So I live about 10 miles from Fort Payne. They live about probably 25 miles, maybe even 30 miles from Fort Payne. They live up on the other mountain. They live on Lookout Mountain, and I live on Sand Mountain, and Fort Payne's in the valley.
So Honey and Me says that she was told you can run different playlists. Even though it's the same videos, it's a different playlist, so it counts.
It won't hurt to try if you ain't got somebody else to run. And
then Shanna says she thought somebody already told me that, and that's very possible, but I don't remember.
Thanks, Homestead Aquarius. It is beautiful up here. Thank you. Anytime you're back up in here, holler at us and we'll meet up. We'll have coffee at Cracker Barrel or something. Or we'll go to the spot down in Fort Payne. That's a real coffee shop.
Bye, Eagle Ridge.
See you, Eagle Ridge. So, Bob's Adventure, guys. If y'all don't have Bob's Adventures on Wheels, that is formerly Bob's Adventures. Y'all need to go check him out. He's real good. Y'all don't realize some of these people that's in the chat do so much behind the scenes that you guys would just flip out if you knew the dedication that some of these channels put into helping each other. And Bob's Adventure, or Bob's, I keep forgetting the new name, Bob's Adventures on Wheels. He is one of those guys that is always helping other channels. And you might not see it. He moderates for a lot of channels, but he is also always helping. He helped me do my bots. He's helped other channels do their bots. He's helped me to lot with interviews, and before Nettie and Felix started doing a lot of my interview requests, he was trying to help me get into the rhythm of how to do that a little bit better. And now I got two masters of it that does it, and I do it some. They laugh at me because I'm always afraid to send emails to these big channels, and they're like, well, the answer is no until you ask, but if you ask, it might be yes. Oh, they always give me a hard time. So anyway, but like I say, Bob's Adventure on Wheels, he's one of those guys that's always helping everybody. So y'all get a chance, go check out his channel. Let's see here. Yeah, Honey and Me, there is so much stuff going around about what you can and can't do. A lot of people think it's just talk. Like, we tell people not to talk about subbing in the chat. There's some channels that don't care. So, you know, YouTube don't tell you everything. They don't want you knowing because they don't want you figuring out the secret code.
They don't want you working the system.
Right.
And I mean, that's what I mean, honestly, when you're asking somebody to run your playlist, that's kind of what you're doing. So, I mean, and they're not going to tell you how to do that because they don't want I think, I mean, my opinion, they don't want you to get monetized. I think they would. That's why they've made it so hard really to do it, because a lot of us, it's a struggle to get there. Not all of us just flew into stardom like Gary. But
I did not. I actually work on it daily. Not every day, but I have learned that if this channel is ever going to be big, that I'm going to have to spend every spare moment I got learning as much as I can. Not every spare moment, but as much time as I can. The more work that we as a team put into this, the better the channel has done. And I'll just say that it wouldn't be the channel it is without Nettie and Felix and Jury hanging out with me. I think they help make the show, and Nettie and Felix daily are doing work for the show, not counting when y'all see them. It's behind the scenes. We got a group text we've been on for 2 weeks, I guess. And we wire that thing out every day. Usually it's them yelling at me, telling me to straighten up. But other than that, they're booking people for the show, or they're coming up with ideas. And like Felix got Homestead to do the new artwork. That was awesome. And
that was so cool of him to do that. He did it so quick. I was so shocked because I just emailed him. He's like, I'll get to work on that. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking, a few days later or whatever. It's like an hour or two later. Here you go. I'm like, wow, that was fast. Yeah. He's Jim over there. Him and his family, they're just really awesome.
Oh, man. I wish they were still doing live.
They've been really busy. They have a homestead, so they've been really busy on their homestead. But he still posts little cartoonies here and there when he gets time, and he does do the the little comics. He posts those on his community tab and on their Instagram.
So. Yesterday, I watched a lot of videos and I learned a little bit more about channels that are monetized and about some of the little tips and tricks. That's stuff you've got to keep doing. I'm going to have to keep taking this off when I get off my bus. That just drives y'all crazy, I know, but just a nervous habit. But anyway, I will say this. If you're going to grow a YouTube channel, this was a lot of hard work to get here this fast. But as much work as I put into it, I could have done the same amount of work and nobody came and it wouldn't have worked. And so I'm going to do a video one day about what I think made a difference in going from zero to monetize in 7 months. But really, technically, we didn't get serious about it till about February or March. When I started doing lives is when I thought, there may be something there. But it wasn't until the school shut down and I didn't have anything to do that I got serious about it. And then when I seen that the morning show was going to work and we started putting a lot of time into it, and then Nettie come on and then Felix come on, and it had really... There's a lot of work involved, and Felix will tell you that she put way too much work involved in my channel to not get paid more than she does. She needs a few more zeros on her check.
Oh, there's enough zeros there. Thanks, Gary. So if everybody would do us a favor, I dropped Homestead's link in the chat. If you'd run over there, they have a lot of really little short cartoons that are like, minute, 2-3 minutes. Just pick one, watch it, leave them a comment and tell them the Daydream Crew sent you.
That would be awesome.
Really, really appreciate it if you would do that.
Yep. because there's no telling what that would have cost. He didn't charge us a dime.
Yeah, it was free. He just did it out of the goodness of his heart.
There's no telling what that would have cost if I had hired that done. And we sent us, not only did he do it, but he sent us the version so that we could put it on shirts and caps, so that it's got a transparent, so it don't have anything behind it, so we can use it on all of our stuff. It wasn't just like, hey, this is cool. If you want to use it, pay me a cut. It wasn't like that. He's like, no, here's one copy, here's another copy to use on all your stuff. Have at it, you know.
Yeah.
Jim's a good guy, and his wife is too.
Yeah, they are. They're a very sweet couple. And they got, I think, both their kids help them on the little tune thing.
And they got their own shows as well.
Yeah, they do.
They run gaming channels.
Yeah, I can't think of the name right now. But
yeah. A little note here. Bob's Adventure, this will be his last week doing regular scheduled weekday lives. He's going to start doing random lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He is going to keep his Saturday morning live. Him and Nettie's going to do a show. Is it called Bob and Nettie?
I don't know.
Anyway, the Saturday show will still be him and Nettie. Mel Nettie living free zip code. And then he's going to do random lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I think starting next week, Tuesday through Friday, is going to be RV weekends. Am I right? Did I hear that right?
I don't know. I'm so lost. I thought Bob was done this week, and then I found out he still had this week. And I did hear, yes, RV weekends is supposed to be taken some of the days. Let me see what Nettie told me. No, I don't see where she told me what RV Weekends was doing, but Bob is going to start doing random lives next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. He's going to have scheduled lives on Saturdays, and I believe he'll still be every other Wednesday with Gina.
That's what Nettie just sent me. Yep. She left that out of the first text.
For the van life thing. Yeah.
So
they share that one. They jump back and forth every other Wednesday. One of them takes it. That way they share the time of the show. So
let's see here. I missed something. No, I didn't miss nothing. That was too far back. All right. So we are, did slow momentum come in the house?
Now, Honey and me, I want to know how she did that. She said her daughter, she said it was really the luck of the draw with YouTube. My daughter has 7 videos on her channel. She blew up in June, went from 450 subs in a few hours to now with 6,500 subs and making thousands of views a day.
Wow.
With 7 videos.
Just the right video, I guess. So Roy Becky said that if you tell people that you sent them over, YouTube will consider that spam or consider us spam. They actually had to approve Blue Wave to comment on our videos. Huh.
I commented on people's videos and said so-and-so sent me, and they replied, so they must have seen them. I don't know.
That would be bad, because if you're promoting a channel and they like this week, I've had 2 different channels send people to our channel, and the people mentioned the channel's name in the comments.
Well,
that'd be bad.
The only thing is I didn't ask them to mention the channel name. I just said Daydream Crew. So
yeah. I believe you, Roy and Becky. I'm not saying it ain't true. That's just weird that they would do that, because that'll hurt people recommending. I mean, I would still recommend people. You don't have to put my name. But,
so Texas Family Camping says sometimes they will put them in the spam folder.
Oh, you can still approve the comment.
Yeah.
I got
sometimes I get weird, not like weird. I mean, the comment is completely normal. There's nothing in there that I can see that should be considered spam, and they'll throw it in spam. I mean, they don't even say, you know, like I subbed, I joined, you're my friend. Don't say anything like that. No little emojis or anything. It's just a plain old whatever comment, and they'll throw it in the spam.
Well,
I don't get that.
That's like Mike and MJ. Every time they comment on our channel, it comes up for review. Every time they chat on our live stream.
Diana Brianne Fairchilds does too. Every time she chats, we have to approve her comments in the chat. Every time.
It may be like what Roy and Becky's talking about. You reckon they have said too much of something and YouTube's considering them spammers? Is that what it is?
Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay, so they based that. Okay, I misunderstood what Roy was saying. So that's what it is. He says that if your channel name's popping up too much in comments, that you're going to be considered a spam channel. YouTube may consider you a spam channel.
I got you.
I think that's what he's saying. I think I read that wrong. Well, I don't know anything about that, but
what he's saying is he had to approve Blue Wave to even comment on his channel.
So when you do comment on, if you go over to Homestead's, just don't put the whole Daydream About Nice Things. Just put Daydream Crew, because YouTube won't know who Daydream Crew is. That's not the channel name.
Even if they do, Homestead can go in there and allow it, but
you don't want to be classified as spam.
Yeah, we don't want to be a spam channel. No.
That's pretty crappy though, because if you have, like, got your, people in your chat that want to promote your channel and just go, hey, come over and visit so-and-so, then they're going to mark. That's not fair, because you can't control what other people put in.
I'm glad Roy told us that, because but that's still a crappy rule.
Yes, he said that is what he meant. Okay. Sorry, Roy. Guess I need more coffee.
That is a crappy rule, though.
That's stupid.
I understand them trying to stay on top of spamming, but when you're recommending a channel, you're helping that channel grow.
Right.
I thought that's what we're supposed to do.
They don't want you to grow.
That's just like advertising.
I think YouTube's against everybody. It's weird.
Yeah, burning up the roads he did, and that's what Roy's talking about, because we always drop the Blue Wave. We'd say Blue Wave sent us on Roy and Becky's channel. YouTube considered Blue Wave Odyssey because people dropped it so much in his channel. He had to approve Blue Wave to be able to even comment, because YouTube read that Blue Wave in a bunch of chats or comment and considered Blue Wave a spam channel. That's exactly what Roy's talking about.
And I agree, Texas family camping. I really don't need to know where someone found me. That's not really, something, information that I've got to have. It's just, it's more of a way of
thanking them,
helping that channel that did, support you and shout you out or whatever. And in this case, I just like Jim and them over at Homestead to know that we shouted them out, that, we appreciate what they did for us. And that's, why I was saying to go over there.
And commented this morning, Jim did, or the wife. Homestead commented this morning and apologized that they couldn't stay last night, but they were watching the replay this morning. So
yeah.
We got to go. We got a minute. We're going to go raid Bob's Adventure. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. And I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll be back Friday. Tomorrow, y'all go support Kenneth Oaks. He's going to be running a live in my spot. And everybody loves Kenneth. I heard he was going to be doing a Red Man versus Snuff taste test. I'm not sure, but I thought I heard that right. I thought I heard that he was going to be doing that. And so y'all have to come tomorrow over to Kenneth's channel and watch the Snuff versus Red Man taste test. And if y'all don't see him do it, request it from the chat for sure. And if I get done at the dentist office, I'll try to slide in and request it myself. So y'all go raid Bob. We're 5 minutes from being late. Love you guys. See ya.